there are plenty of reasons to be for or against immigration. But from a country's perspective, there are three simple questions that should determine whether someone is allowed to become a citizen. 1. Has that person done anything wrong? 2. Will this person be a positive addition to our country? And 3. Will this person cause harm to the citizens already within the country? It is because the people who would gain access to citizenship through the passing of the DREAM Act fulfill the correct answers to these questions that I stand resolved. The federal government should adopt the Development, Relief, and Education for Alien Minors DREAM Act. Now, before we go any further, we have to understand exactly what we will be passing with an affirmative ballot. Now, from the bill itself, the DREAM Act, quote, directs the Department of Homeland Security to cancel removal and grant lawful permanent resident status on a conditional basis to an alien who is inadmissible or deportable, or is in temporary protected status, who 1. Has been continuously physically present in the United States for a period of 4 years preceding this bill's enactment, 2. Was younger than 18 years of age on the initial date of U.S. entry, 3. Is not inadmissible on various grounds such as those related to crime or security, and 4. Has fulfilled specified educational requirements, unquote. There are several key takeaways from this, but I'd like to focus on 2 for the basis of my case. 1. Criminals do not gain access. And 2. Access is only given to those who came here through no fault of their own. So in layman's terms, the DREAM Act allows non-criminals who didn't come here of their own free will the ability to live here legally and a path to citizenship. I'd also like to establish the goal of this round as U.S. interests. The reason why we should strive to uphold this goal is that we are acting as the United States federal government in today's debate round. And the goal of any government is, of course, acting in the country's interests. Therefore, whichever team best upholds this goal deserves your ballot. During the course of this debate round, I'm going to be defending 3 contentions in the form of the questions I posed at the beginning of this speech. So let's begin with the first one. Contention 1. Dreamers have done nothing wrong. Dreamers have done nothing wrong. Now, the first question the government should ask when considering allowing someone to become a citizen is, have they done anything wrong? When it comes to dreamers, the answer is no. The people who would gain access did not cross the border illegally because they didn't come here of their own free will, and people with criminal records cannot gain access to becoming a citizen. Therefore, they have done nothing wrong, and the answer to this question is no. Contention 2. Passing the DREAM Act leads to economic benefits. Passing the DREAM Act leads to economic benefits. Now, the second question the government should ask is, will this person be a positive addition to our country? The answer to this question regarding dreamers is yes, and I believe the best way to establish this is by examining a study from the Center for American Progress. The study concluded that over the next 10 years, dreamers will contribute $281 billion just by being put on the path to citizenship. If half of those dreamers complete the educational requirement, then that goes to $728.4 billion, through what the CAP terms an education bump. Now, from the CAP, quote, extrapolating from the immediately eligible and employed population to the entire population who may one day be eligible for the DREAM Act, either when they gain age or eligibility, or complete the educational requirements. The economic gains could be roughly 42% higher, unquote. This means the economic benefit could be as high as $400 billion, and with the education bump, as high as $1 trillion. Therefore, the answer to this question is yes. Contention 3. Passing the DREAM Act benefits Americans. Passing the DREAM Act benefits Americans. Now, the third and final question the government should ask is, will these people cause harm to our citizens? Dreamers make up a fraction of a percentage of millennials, showing them not to be a threat to our jobs. But also, in addition, passing the DREAM Act will allow dreamers to contribute to the economy and pay taxes that benefits Americans. Dreamers offer to boost the United States while not offering any substantial harms. And in doing so, it is in the United States' interest to place them on a path to citizenship. The DREAM Act is the best course of action for our country, and that is why I'm asking for your ballot.